G'day, ZiggyD here, and welcome back for some more Evolve. Today I have for you guys the first of a series of 5 match commentaries from the new Evacuation game mode. Evacuation is a built-in PvP campaign or tournament-style series where players play 5 matches consecutively, and matches have an influence on the following matches. So the winner of the first match will have a bonus in the second match, and so on, until you reach the final match. Now, the first match is going to be always a hunt mode, such as the regular gameplay you guys might remember from the big alpha. The second, third, and fourth match modes will be voted on, and the fifth mode is always going to be a defense mode. So we'll see a good variety of matches in this series, and I'll release these all as separate commentaries for you guys, and you guys can follow along with the story. So this is all going to be from the perspective of the new monster, the Wraith. Wraith is your stealthy assassin type. He's very much hit and run oriented. Now you notice the start of the gameplay just here, he's been mostly feeding up, playing dodgy, kind of getting closed in a little bit of the hunters now, using his dash ability to get out of there to create some distance. That ability has a limited number of 3 charges on it, but it does allow you to put a lot of distance very quickly away from your opponents. It also kind of has a pseudo-cloaking thing as you're using it, which can make it hard for hunters to pick you out, but usually if they've got eyesight on you, you're not going to lose them from that. You're going to need a combination of different skills and clever juking to get away from them. So the Wraith has just closed in and popped his Supernova ability here. Just picked off one hunter by himself, which is basically the perfect thing for the Wraith to do. And popping his Supernova gives him a massive increase in attack speed. Going for the kill, unfortunately didn't get it. Cleverly hiding just here and using his clone ability to distract the hunters and buy himself some time, waiting for the Trapper's dome to go down. Wraith's in a bit of a bad spot here, being caught out early and trapped in, not the best location is going to be rough for him, but making very clever use of that clone there, distracting the hunters, dealing damage to them even, because it does deal damage, and pushing them back. They don't really know exactly where he is, though. They should be able to suspect. Looks like they're a little bit lost right now, so this is a good position for the Wraith to be in right now. He's going to be able to buy some time. Looks like Daisy might have a bit of an idea, and he's going to pop another clone just here, buying even more precious time. Excellent. You can see the decoyed skill coming up there on screen. Definitely decoyed skill just here. The hunters have found him now. He's going to dash out, try and jump on the hunter, pop his Supernova, dealing a lot of damage. The harpoon has struck him just there. In a bit of a dangerous situation. Can't quite reach the hunter. The harpoon holding him back. He's got to turn around and attack that harpoon to be able to break free of it. Alright, the dome has gone down. The Wraith is out of there. He still has 2 bars of armor, but he's going to have to get out of there. He can't really take that much sustained fire. So it looks like the Wraith has managed to get himself a little bit of ground now. He's going to have a bit of time before the Trapper has his dome up again. He's going to have a chance to put some distance between him and the hunters, hopefully feed up a bit more and get that evolution that he also needs. So, the Wraith, as you can see, has a very short armor bar. Now, this really suits the playstyle of the Wraith as a hit-and-run style character. It only takes 2 or 3 monster feeds to essentially fill up that bar. And what that means is you can essentially attack the hunters, pick off one of the hunters, just get that one kill, just knock them down once. You don't even have to finish them off, because remember, there is that sort of carryover effect where you knock down a hunter. If you put them on final stand, then next time they go up, they're going to have less life, so further engagements are going to be going in your favor. So the Wraith is a master of that. He can jump in, do a bit of damage, take down one of the hunters, take a bit of damage, lose his armor, and then go back out and just really quickly feed it up. You can actually have multiple engagements before your first evolution and still do quite a bit of damage, and then when it comes down to that final engagement, you're able to pick one of the hunters off and then finish off the rest of the weakened hunters. So very cleverly juking the hunters here, using his scent just to position where the hunters are. Looks like he's put a fair bit of distance, and this is an optimal time for him to feed up here. As you can see, the evolution bar is almost full. The hunters are closing in, so he can't spend too much time feeding. It's definitely going to have to be feed and run here. Dine and dash, I believe it's known as. He's going to have to be moving very quickly here. Scooting up along the walls, the hunters seem to have a good trail on him. He's not using the sneak ability, so they're going to be able to follow his tracks just here. But with some clever sort of maneuvering, he might be able to take advantage of this situation. It looks like the Wraith is gearing up for something a little bit aggressive here. Now guys, I haven't seen these matches before, because although I did have a hands-on with the Wraith in Sydney, oh, the excellent dome there, just grabbing him. Unfortunately, the Trapper is out of position. And he goes into Supernova there and scares the Trapper off, but not able to get the kill. Another hunter getting in a little bit close here. You don't want to attack the Wraith by yourself, essentially. You want to be with the rest of your team. That's when the Wraith really dominates. Alright, the Wraith is just buying some time for himself now. Looks like he's going to play the cover game and wait for the dome to go down. Oh, the harpoon just there, but able to get it off very quickly. Looks like the hunter's not exactly sure where the Wraith is hidden. Sneaky Wraith. So as I was saying, I haven't actually seen these matches because although I got a hands-on in Sydney, this series of matches was played by someone else, so this is going to be an exciting commentary for me. The clone has actually almost downed one of the hunters just there. The life is very low on the Trapper, and I think he's going to go supernova here. Oh, not going for the Trapper though, which would have been the better decision. To knock that Trapper down would have been excellent because it would have dropped the dome as well, allowing the Wraith to escape. However, he does a little bit of damage, not enough. He's get out of there. The medic is going to be able to heal them up. Gets a little quick feed there, a little quick snack, mid-combat snack there. Very nice. And the dome is going down now. He uses that clone to buy himself some time, and he should be able to get himself some distance now, and hopefully go for the evolution. I believe that evolution bar was almost or entirely full, very close after that little snack mid-combat there. We'll see. I think he might need one more feed, which might just be here. Gets the one-shot kill there, and this should be enough to fill him up. There we go. He's going to be able to take an evolution now, so now he just needs to find a clever spot to evolve, because very low health, very low armor, and just after evolving, the monster is his weakest point, essentially, although he does get the newer abilities and increased life bar. He has no armor, so taking direct damage to your life bar is something you never really want to be doing as the Wraith, or any monster in general. But the Wraith especially, as sort of your more fragile glass cannon style monster, he's taking the evolution just here, after scenting and noticing that the hunters are not in scent range, maxing out Supernova there, and the clone, going for a pretty aggressive strategy just here. We'll be able to use the clone defensively, but Supernova is a purely offensive skill. Oh, not the best evolution there, as the hunters are right on top of him, literally as he snaps out of that egg. Jumps into Supernova though, and takes him down, takes down one of the hunters there. Excellent play. Supernova, you can really see the danger of that, and with the maxed out Supernova, deals a lot of damage very, very quickly. He's going to try and pick off Daisy just here. He had the clone sort of just pushing the hunters away briefly, and another Supernova. He has the hunters cornered. He is taking quite a bit of damage to his life though. Not the best. He's not going to be able to keep this up for long. The Trapper is very low though. He's going to be able to get this Trapper down. The Trapper is down, but he's taking a huge amount of damage. The Wraith can't keep this up for long. He's going to need to get out of there. Trapper is downed, but not out. And the dome is still up. Buys himself time with a little bit more clone there. Clone almost taking down another hunter. Not quite. Very close. The hunters are not really going to be able to be too aggressive. Though, it looks like they're coming around the corner here. DB there getting a little bit out of position. And does get taken down instantly. If you're that low, you never really want to pursue the Wraith by yourself. There is a buff just there on that wildlife just there. Is the Wraith going to grab it? Nope, is going to buy himself time. Probably a wise choice considering he only has 3 bars of life. So he downed 2 hunters there, I think it was, which is not bad, but taking 3 bars of life damage is not probably worth the trade at this point. However, the Wraith has found a health regeneration here just in time. A perfectly timed health regeneration, which is going to help him out. If he can play a little bit defensively now, maybe get a few more feeds, get his armor up, and maybe get another evolution, then he's going to actually be doing pretty well. And that trade-off, thanks to that health regeneration, not going to be so bad. You can see the health regeneration is slow, but when health is such a precious resource, it's going to pay off, and he's almost got another half a bar of life back here. There is a harpoon just there, so he's going to have to knock that down. He might get a quick feed here. He's in a bit of a dangerous spot, I feel. The hunters are closing in. You can see the hunters just around the corner there. Very, very close there. Wraith has just realized after seeing them after scenting. Trying to use the cliff face here cleverly to sort of just keep a broken line of sight, and as the Wraith, that's exactly what you want to do. You want to break line of sight as much as possible, and then if you can pick off one hunter by themselves, especially if you can get that abduction on them, you're going to be good. But this particular Wraith match here is going mostly for the Supernova, mostly going for a bruiser style. One Trapper down. Oh, almost gets the second Trapper, but the shield on the Assault just goes up in time. Not good, not good. Almost got the kill there, sorry, not on the Trapper, on the Assault. But he just popped his defensive shield there. Unable to get the kill. Pretty brutal. Has taken only a little bit of damage. No, pretty much actually just kept his armor up, so didn't take any more health damage. And that health regeneration, as you can see, is still in effect. It's an extremely long duration on the health regeneration. You can see at the top right hand of the screen just there. Wraith's closing in here. This is a bit of an questionable play, jumping straight into the middle of the Trappers. Just going to try and get the raw damage there. Oh, captures them somewhat unaware. And it looked like the Assault just went down. That means got a lot less damage on the field just here. He's going to go really aggro here, knocking some of the hunters all around with that Supernova. Supernova has worn off, so he's not going to have as much damage now. Going to try and get the, very low hunter just there. He's going to get the kill. Yes, the Trapper is actually down. That was the 3rd down for the Trapper, so the Trapper outright dies. And I think that's probably enough. He has no more armor and taken a fair bit of health damage. Still that health regeneration, but it takes a long time for that health regeneration to take effect. He can get another 1 to 2 bars from that if he sort of plays defensively, but I think the Wraith is feeling a little bit confident here. And with the Trapper down, with one Hunter down, I should say. He moves in for another engagement just here, going for the Daisy kill. Oh, rest in pieces, Daisy. Knocking down the Hunters. They're a little bit caught off guard here. The Assault is down. 2 Hunters down. And the Wraith is in a fairly good position here now, because even with this low life, with only 2 Hunters down, this is going to be pretty solid engagements for him here. Now, we have this sort of situation now where the Hunters want to go sort of, instead of being the Hunters, they're becoming the Hunter. They're going to want to be a little bit more defensive, try and get out of there. Jumps on the Trapper, and you can see the insane damage of that Supernova. Wraith backs off, a little bit concerned as to where the other Hunter is, but seeing no immediate dangers, he's going to jump on and finish this Hunter off right now. He might even be able to get a little bit of a feed on here. Oh yes, the victory feed. Nothing more insulting than being eaten by the monster. Now he's searching for the final Hunter. What do we have? Oh, I think I saw something just on the edge of the scent there, but he might just take this opportunity to evolve, seeming as though the Hunters are going to be on the back foot. Only 1 Hunter remaining on the field. For 20 more seconds, he's got perfect time to evolve right now. He can consolidate his advantage. Maxing out Abduction, we're going to see some sneaky players potentially, or maybe just using that to pick off one of the Hunters, get them out of position, finish them off with a Supernova, and continue that aggressive play. Wraith has been incredibly aggressive this time. He is heading towards the power relay, expecting that is where the Hunters will be. But we'll see if we can find that final Hunter. With only 5 seconds left on the clock, I don't think he's going to be able to get the final Hunter in time before the drop. The drop is in. He's going to try and get some power relay damage here. Are the Hunters going to be able to regroup and take out the Wraith in time? Find out next time! No, I'm just kidding. Find out right now! He's ready. He's taking... The core is taking a lot of damage. He goes Supernova, but that doesn't actually work on the power relay. There you go. Wraith learning a lesson just here. You need to actually lock on and to manually attack the power relay. Supernova only works against the Hunters. That would literally be a little bit OP-OP, otherwise with that insane attack speed, the power relay would go down very quickly. Alright, so there is 1 Hunter just tagging him here. The Hunter, right in this situation, before you're regrouped, if you're like 1 Hunter left, you want to use something just to attack them. If you attack, you can stop the Wraith from dealing damage to the power relay. They need to be able to lock onto that without taking any damage, otherwise they stop damaging the power relay. It's a little bit interesting, but it means with things like the railgun that can shoot through walls, you can essentially just endlessly poke at the monster and stop them from doing it. The monster, forcing the monster to back off from the power relay and seek you and hunt you down. Now, the Wraith wisely taking the time to get some armor up. He can only get a couple of bars of armor up, but it will make a big difference. You can see that regeneration is just running out now, and almost at like 80% life there, thanks to the life regeneration. That has been an excellent buff in this match, very, very strong, and has helped the Wraith out a lot because he was very low life earlier. Now this final 2 feeds here will be enough to fill up the armor. Got a little bit of armor regeneration there, but mostly you just want to fill it up from the feeding, and now he's going to be able to push in, giving the Hunters plenty of time to regroup. Power relay's down a little bit, but this is going to come down to a final engagement. Oh, he sees the buff, and this could be a big one, depending on what buff we get here. The Wraith could have a very nice engagement. Hopefully, the Hunters are playing the smart move and also picking themselves up some sort of buff. Stealth Pounce bonus. Probably not going to play a role in this fight. The Wraith does have the ability to abduct a Hunter, immediately crouch down into stealth mode, and then get a stealth attack. And that could work nicely with this bonus, but not anywhere near as good as something like a pure damage bonus that could make a big difference in this fight. So the Wraith might even be circling around searching for another buff, seeing what he can find, or just trying to find a good situation to attack from. He's entered stealth mode, stealthily sort of moving around now, playing more Wraith-like here, really. And, oh, the Wraith has been dusted though, so the Hunters are going to know where the Wraith is right now. That is the dust from I believe, the Trapper in this one. It could also be the support, but they now have permanent vision on him while that dust is in effect. So, the Hunters are closing around, turning around. We have an abduction on Daisy! Oh no, Daisy! Daisy's going down instantly there. You can see that abduction supernova combo, very powerful. And, looks like the Trapper is caught out of position as well. Oh, Trapper goes down. That is brutal, that is brutal. I think the naming is incorrect on the Hunters, guys, so I apologize if that is confusing you. But, we have just the medic here is named as the Trapper, so I think the different profiles took different Hunters. So I'll just try and do my best to call out the ones for you there. But he does get the medic down, and this fight is going south for the Hunters in a real hurry. They're not really going to be able to back off unless they play very, very carefully here. But looks like Booker is going down here as well. The Assault is down. Looks like it's going all for the Wraith. Doing exactly like the Wraith should do. Separating the Hunters, catching them not as a group. The Hunters did a poor job of grouping together. They dusted the Wraith. Got a little bit overeager thinking that they could jump on top of him, but pretty much a full-strength Wraith there was able to pick apart the team just mercilessly. So the Wraith's going to be able to finish off the power relay just here, though we might have one Hunter sort of just try and jump on him and slow him down. We'll see if we have any final engagements here, or is this going to be game? I think it is, with 50 seconds until the drop, and only just the one Hunter there, just trying to be a little bit of a nuisance. Looks like the Wraith is going for a little bit of a victory kill. He sees the final Hunter, leaves the core, and decides to go for the kill. He wants this to be a kill finish for this particular match here. Jumping on the Hunter there. Oh, the Hunter is not going to be able to get away here. This is a very bad situation for him. He lost his Supernova, unfortunately. The Supernova is an area of effect, so he must remain in that Supernova for it to work. But the monster does get the kill there. The Wraith gets the victory, and is going to move into round 2 with an advantage. Guys, that was a pretty epic match. Not too bad a start for the Wraith, I think. Definitely showing some of the power of the Wraith in an aggro play style, really. So guys, that's it for match 1. If you enjoyed this commentary, make sure to subscribe because I'm going to be following up over the coming days with the next of the 4 matches, and we'll see who wins the long one. Although the Wraith had a strong performance here, there's still 4 more matches, and it really all comes down to those last couple. Alrighty, that's it for now. I'm Ziggy D, and thanks for watching.